Hey, in this video I want to kind of master conventional mastering, not doing your mix while mastering, just mastering a track that you need to get louder and you need to kind of clean up the dynamics and bring it up to par and get it ready for CDs and all that fun shit. So basically, we're going to be doing it with a trance, uplifting trance 140 thing. Before you start, make sure high quality is on and turn off warp, and make sure that usually you'd want a bit of a lead in, but we don't have lead in here. You'll want to make sure it plays the start of there and go to show fades and then do that so you have your kick right there. So right away you can kind of hear that you can kind of see it doesn't really look like a brick. So, you know, you could just kind of boost it up that way, but why would you do that when you can use some super awesome plugins? So what I usually do is I run it through a conventional bus compressor. I like this one. I also like the glue. Never mind. Yeah, I like the glue. It has a nice kind of a slow gain reduction and release. That's a little too slow for me. So I'll do that. 0.3 is good for keeping the snappiness. You want to keep the snappiness, and what this does is just kind of cleans the dynamics. Doesn't necessarily lower the volume, but it just kind of smooths it out. And we'll do that right now. We'll keep it like that for the time being. You really want the needle just to dance a tiny bit, and this is serial compression. Next thing we'll do is we'll clear up the headroom by reducing or rolling off everything around the 30 hertz range. Generally, everything it won't affect the sound pressure level and the perceived bass. The bass is around 45 to 90 hertz. So yeah, everything around there is fine. So we'll just turn that on, and it'll give us some headroom to play with. Now, for the sake of, oops, that sounds a little slow. What I'll do, I'll leave that. What I like to do is I just kind of like to clean up the dynamics and listen to everything that's going on in the mix. Yeah, so we'll just solo each band and just kind of see where everything's at. Sub bass sounds okay. This band between 2k hertz and 10k hertz, a little too much of a dynamic going on. So I just want to kind of smooth it out. You can see the red thing of doom going on here that's smoothing it out. And then the highs will kind of see where they are and tame them if necessary. listen to the image of the track and kind of listen to each band as well. See, the low end you don't want to have wide, so I'll move that down. Yeah, so I took out the wideness of the low end, which is what you want. The SSL is doing that. The wideness, the low end, you don't want that. You want it to be direct center, so you don't get any phasing issues in the low end, because you want that to kind of come through. And then I compensated with the high end slightly. Usually I'd spend a bit more time kind of seeing what I could get away with, but usually just a little bit helps. So what we'll do, we'll add a slight bit of reverb. We'll first solo it. We'll add just a bit, so you can barely hear it, but once you compress it, it'll really bring it out, and it kind of adds a sheen to it. We should hold on. You know what? Let's drop a piece of kit here. We'll add a bit of drive to it, and then we'll zoom on. Starting to sound pretty good. There you go. I want to put a post EQ after all that. Take off the high ends. I'm just going to move this to the end, just because I can. And what I'll do is I'll move the gain reduction, or the threshold back up. And here's the fun part. With the L2, you just kind of boost the volume up. Listen to what it all sounds like together, and hopefully drop a meter on there. I won't go into RMS, but we'll kind of see each little plugin does its own, has its own little part in the grand scheme of things, and all in all, this is how you would basically master a track that needs to be louder, and when the image is all kind of fucked up, or if the dynamics or the image, what it sounds like when the image is repaired, and when you max out half your CPU.